Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to One Piece episodes 452, 453, 454 and 455, and some good episodes, some very weird episodes at the end. I feel so bad for Sanji and Chopper in particular, but before I talk about the episodes, I just want to give a shout out to my new Patreons, BGBQ8. I don't know what that means, but thank you for becoming a new Patreon, as well as Andrew, Raymond, Weatherston, and who else? Lamai, for becoming my new Patreon. So I hope you stick around, and I hope you enjoy early access reactions to The Walking Dead, House MD, and soon to be Breaking Bad. Also, a shout out to my other patrons, who are Abdullah Oka, Adam Alex Villalpando, Ariel, Bad Wasabi, Daniel Ruiz, Evan Fisher, Hungry Turtle, Jackie Sasuke, Louis, Nicholas Orman, Sabani, Shiro, Tarkek, Yours Maya, and that's it. Okay, just hope you enjoy the reactions, and also I don't know if I'm actually going to continue with House MD, because I feel it's not getting that much engagement from both my patrons, and when I did post the redirect on my YouTube, it seems that it does seem popular, but like it's not getting much engagement. And also I think that House MD is more of a show to really like listen to and understand rather than react to it. Don't get me wrong, I really am enjoying it, but like I feel The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad are going to get more engagement, so I don't think I'm gonna be doing a full season reaction to House MD, but then again I don't know. I guess I'll see how it goes with another reaction, and also compare how much engagement Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead are getting. I think they're going to get more engagement, and then I'm just going to have to make a poll to ask you guys which ones I should really continue with, because these are just trial reactions. So anyway, thank you for all of your support, and I hope you stick around. Alright, now episodes. So Luffy is going to Marineford, also known as Navy HQ, through the Tarai Current, I believe that's what it's called. So that's like a exclusive route that the Navy warships go to. So it's basically, from the diagram that was shown, if I can remember correctly, the Tarai Current is basically a triangle area that is next to Enies Lobby, Marineford, Marijoa, and Impel Down. So Impel Down is on one triangle end, and then on another triangle end there's Marineford, also known as Navy HQ, and then on another triangle end is Enies Lobby. And obviously Luffy's crew, they're going towards Marineford, so they're still sailing there. Meanwhile, Nami and Franky and the others are having their solo adventures in the islands, countries that they went to. Okay, so Luffy's alliance, they're on board the ship. Luffy's thinking about Ace, and they got a call, a Den Den Mushi call from one of the Marines, and the Marine, he said that there's just no way of escaping the Tarai Current. Like there's just no way to really rescue Ace. And also there's huge competition in Marineford, since all of the admirals are going to be there, all of the Shishibukai are going to be there, because they're expecting Whitebeard's the Whitebeard pirates and Whitebeard himself. So they must be extremely strong for the Navy, for the Marines to want all of the admirals to get together. There really must be a huge threat, and oh man, I cannot wait to see what goes down in Marineford. Oh man, it just, I'm anticipating it, because they're so OP from both sides. I don't know what Whitebeard pirates can do because I haven't seen them in action yet, but I can imagine them being extremely powerful. And I'm sure Shanks is going to show up at some point too, because obviously he wants Ace to be rescued. So, and he is siding technically with Whitebeard, because Whitebeard wanted Ace to go after Blackbeard, and Shanks was like, "Don't make Ace go after Blackbeard." And it's what led to Ace's execution. So Shanks was actually right all along. Awkward. But so that comment that Luffy made to that marine through the Den Den Mushi, "Wash your potatoes." He was supposed to say, "Watch your necks, I'm coming. I'm going to rescue Ace." Like he was shouting at the marine from the top of his lungs. And like I admire just how stubborn and charismatic Luffy can be. Like he's so determined to rescue Ace. Obviously he's gonna rescue Ace no matter what, but at the cost of like letting loose so many evil prisoners. God knows what they did. And Crocodile joining alliances with them. Then there's Jinbe, the badass. So meanwhile, Nami, she's in that weather Sky Island that researches on weather. So the old man, I forgot what his name was, but he's been really nice to Nami and taking care of her, and so they were helping Nami. She initially she wanted to like go down from the Sky Island, so they appeared in a place that was full of drought, that was barely getting any rain. It looked so dry. And then they actually made artificial rain so that the place can get rain. So it was quite fascinating to see all of the technology to make rain and wind. It's quite fascinating. So Nami decided in the end that she actually wants to stay with the man in Sky Island, and she'll eventually find her way back to Sabaody. All the Straw Hat pirates are wanting to get back to Sabaody because that's where they think really is a way to find Luffy again as well. Okay, so and then Franky has finally reverted back to his old self, his wild self, from the gentleman Franky, the gentleman that he became from the operation that he had, because the island that he's on is an island of science. It's where Dr. Vegapunk is as well. I don't know what's gonna go down. I don't know if Dr. Vegapunk is actually a good person or a bad person, because he did make Kuma, so I guess he's siding with the world government. But then again, I don't know. But then again, Kuma is kind of neutral in the whole thing. Anyway, so Franky, he fought a lot of mecha animals, and then he came back to being his old self because a kid, he really didn't like the gentleman that Franky was. It was weird, and I'm glad he's back to his old pervert self. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. And also oh my days, it was so cringy seeing Sanji in that Okama island. It was just so damn cringy. Like, you can't just make someone an Okama against their own will. Like, you just can't do that. I don't understand. They were like chasing after him so damn much, and like he was trying his best to run away from them and like escape the island, but he just can't. And then he meets the substitute queen called Caroline, who's just covering for Ivankov, because Ivankov is actually the Okama queen of the island. Not a surprise. So Caroline, she said that if you really want to get out of this island, then you're gonna have to beat me in a fight. But the condition is that you have to actually wear a dress during the fight. Be a drag queen during the fight. And so Sanji cringily had to dress up as a woman for the fight, and then in the end he got hit with the Maiden's Awakening power, which made him see sense as an Okama, when actually that's not how Sanji would want. Like, he never would want to become a drag queen. No way in hell. So yeah, that's just going against his will. He doesn't want to be that, and to be honest, that's not freedom in any shape or form. So I don't know. That's just weird. It's absolutely weird. But yeah, so basically they're extremely strong, these Okamas. Like, even Sanji's kicks, they said were not that good. And I was like, wow, they're really strong, and they seem to have Bon Clay's Kenpo, so I guess all of them have the same fighting style. So yeah, so basically Sanji is a drag queen now, it seems. You. Okay, so who came? Okay, so Robin. She was imprisoned in the special imprisonment tower. She's in Tequila Wolf, which is a slave camp place. And all the slaves are building this long ass bridge, and she refused. She helped. I can't exactly remember all of the details from like the previous time we saw Robin, but from what I remember, the girl Solan, I think her name was, she helped Robin be hidden from the guards. But then they eventually found her because one of the slaves, sold her out. Because if you hide someone, then you're going to get in trouble yourself. So she had no choice, and we saw a more sympathetic side to her, that she's just trying to survive. And I totally understand that. I really do. But I don't want Nico Robin to pay the price. And you know, because so much bad shit has happened to Nico Robin. And I really, like, she's my favourite female character, and I don't want any bad happening to her. So she was imprisoned with sea stone handcuffs, so that's why she couldn't use her devil fruit powers. And there was also an old man in the special imprisonment tower as well. So he was, I guess, he was talking to her, kind of comforting her. She was like, she really needs to get out. While Solan, she is so brave for a little girl. She was sneaking in. She really wanted to give the chocolate to Robin, but she had to sneak in without the guards catching her. So because the guards are like everywhere, the guards are going to be outside the imprisonment tower, but because the rebels are fighting back, all of the guards were fighting the rebels. So that's interesting that there's a rebel army as well. So that's interesting that the rebel whatever rebel army are trying to fight back, and actually granted Solan access to get to Robin and release her handcuffs, and she was able to crack all of those guards' necks. Oh, the satisfaction. They were like beating up all of these slaves. It was just horrible. Like, throughout the Sabaody, I was just horrified and just sad. And again, there's so much slavery in One Piece. Quite disturbing. But yeah, that's the darker side of things. And also Chopper, he's he gets almost eaten by the men in the ones that look like primitives in the island. But there's also I think, was it Man-Eating Plants, or I think that's Usopp's island. So there's the huge birds that are so ungrateful. So he was taking care of a baby bird, and the baby bird was just so cute to look at, and he was trying to like escape from the men trying to find Chopper, because the men want to make Chopper into a stew to eat, reindeer stew. But they think Chopper has food because he's an animal, but they don't know that he's like a human animal hybrid. No one should use Chopper as food. So I feel bad for Chopper as well as Sanji and Robin. Jeez. But at least Robin is free now, so hopefully she can find a way to escape. So Chopper is still on the island, is taking care of the baby bird. Then the baby bird was taken away by the big bird, the mother bird. But the mother bird didn't even save Chopper, and Chopper almost fell to his death. But thankfully, to his guard point ability, he was able to break his fall, because in guard point he's like a bouncy ball. So that was pretty cool. That was a very close call. It could have died from that huge fall from the cliff. And then, so he's just basically running for his life, really. Like, he's gonna have to, like, keep that up as well, which is so dangerous. Like, what if you get caught and finally, made into a stew? That's really dangerous. And also Usopp, he's got help from Herakusen, who is the ultimate champion, the ultimate warrior, in this man-eating island. And then the island tips over, and then Usopp, who's been eating so much food with like a ramen noodle waterfall and all of these ham plants and whatever, what the hell, food plants. So he was eating all of that, and then he became obese, and then he almost fell into the, I guess, like a garbage disposal thing that was at the bottom. But thankfully he found some ramen noodles to hold on to and eat, so he didn't actually fall in. At least he's alive and accompanied by Herakusen, and hopefully he can become a warrior like Herakusen. So it seems like Herakusen wants to teach Usopp how to survive in the island, which will actually make him like get abilities, you know, like maybe haki, who knows, or just like, you know, like survival techniques that will help him in the long run. Also, yeah, that's it. That's what we've seen from these episodes. So I'm really looking forward to what Marineford is going to be all about. It's gonna be so, like, it's just gonna be so intense. So many OP people, and yeah, Luffy, even though he does have haki, he hasn't got like full control over it and full power of it. So I think Rayleigh, it probably will be Rayleigh to teach Luffy how, learning more haki, or learning more about his own haki. I don't know how haki works, but anyway, and learning more about how Shoku haki and actually controlling it as well. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Stay tuned for more.